A couple things. I'll get tired of hearing the command of the fastball, but I think consistency of stuff, if that makes any sense. He's carrying more pitches. It's not always velocity. It's just crispness, finish in the zone. Just a little more of that. He's come so far. He made a couple good fielding plays tonight. The one that could have gone either way. Now, here's my question: if that play had been ruled safe, would they have overturned it if we challenged it? I think the answer is no, because they came back and said it stood, which means there's nothing definitive, even though we felt like we had some definitive. It was the sixth inning. You're an inning away from getting another challenge anyway. That was it with Chris. I just think his stuff's a little crisper. We first got him, he was 1/6 of plate. He's really hard to run on now. He feels position now. Zach worked all spring on fielding his position, turns a double play tonight. So you can get better. You can improve on those things.
You only had 3 hits in the first game, and with the lineup that you guys have, you feel like it's only a matter of time before you burst out.
No, I don't. Oda Reed's a good pitcher. You've heard me say, these are the best pitchers in the world. You have times like that. I think the 120 pitches in 3 innings, I think it put both teams on their heels in the first inning. First game. The conditions aren't always the same every night. You don't just throw a blanket, this should happen because this has happened in the past. You're not driving in runs with people on base. Well, look at the things we're doing to put people on base. There's two sides of that. It's frustrating to not finish it off. It's like working a great count to 3-2 and then swinging a pitch out of the zone. It's so hard to finish off things that are potentially good at this level.
Looking at in a doubleheader like this, obviously every position every roster spot is valuable down to the 25th, 26th guy. But when you see Hundley come through in a game like that where maybe you guys are struggling with runners in scoring position.
Well, David had 2 hits today. He was in the middle of one, made a nice running catch on a ball a lot of people don't get to, made it look easy. I think the metrics have him best left fielder and maybe in baseball as far as getting to balls, if you believe in that stuff. And I know how much Nick, nobody works harder than Nick and cares more. And he's been a guy he's very easy to pull for, very easy to trust because he really cares. And I can tell how tough it is. A guy like Adam, he ran balls down all night in the second game of a doubleheader after playing a very long, hot game, and he just continues to post up. Those are things I take out of him. Chris didn't necessarily do a lot of damage offensively. He walked some and played a great first base. Probably the difference in 2 runs tonight was Chris at first base and JJ. He just goes out there every day and turns in another good defensive effort. And we were doing the All-Star ballots today that we got to vote today. It's be interesting to see how that all turns out.
Look, a lot of your wins recently have come offensively anyway because of the home run.
Is it 8th inning again tonight? Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. It's 8th inning, right?
Is it just to accept it's kind of how who you guys are? You guys are home run hitters with,
Not necessarily. There's a lot of things. When I first got here, we talked a lot about who are we, how are we going to do this. Not necessarily are we going to be guys that do that. Just the whole organizationally, kind of knowing, it's kind of trying to find. You got to know who you are and know who you're not. But we can play different parts of the game if needed, and if the other team's weakness we think will allow us to do that if they have a weakness. You look at the track record of Tampa the last few years. Everybody talks about all the other clubs in the division. There's nobody been more consistent than the Tampa Bay Rays.
Considering that it was a doubleheader, are you pleased with how you got through it with bullpen-wise?
Oh, jeez. I had signed up for that in blood. You kidding? To not have O'Day or Tommy or Webby or Brian. That's a real tribute to the job that Brock and and Evan did, and of course the job that Tillman did. He'll be the first to tell you a little fortunate. They scored up some balls that fortunately were at people, but there's a certain karma that seems to carry through when guys are attacking the strike zone and having a good tempo to the game. Between catcher visits.
Buck, I know how much you like Adam Jones, but does it surprise you that he has a capacity to get a little bit better as a professional hitter as he goes along?
His energy, he makes me tired watching him. Just from his energy is unbelievable every day. I think sometimes, I know I don't, and we should never take it for granted what he brings every day, regardless if he's got a 6-year contract or living on it day to day. That's special, and it's rare, and we're fortunate to have it.
Buck, have you been notified anything about Manny's situation today?
No, but not yet. I don't know what we're prepared for if it happens tomorrow to do a couple of things if we have to. I told Gauze, you use that 26 guy for both games, and I talked to him between games about what was going to happen and a couple other things. I said, keep your powder dry because you're a pinch runner second game. Your body's here. We're going to use you. So I checked his spike and jersey. He asked me what keeping his powder dry meant. I'm officially old when they don't. I guess they don't use muzzle loaders anymore in today's world. You got to light the powder to light the fireworks, right? Or the fuse.
Yeah.
I'm officially punch drunk. Anybody else?
Are you, as far as moves are concerned, do you anticipate it's nothing with Manny that you do anything? You don't have to do anything.
If Manny does not, if they don't start the suspension tomorrow, we'll have to see how the game in Aberdeen went. What?
Went well.
Did we win? We need to mix in a W over there, boys and girls. Huh? They lost? What was the score?
1-0.
They keep scoring.
But they're all like one
I
or
know
two
that.
run losses.
Pardon?
They're all 1 or 2 run losses.
It's still L's. You're getting into that soccer thing where you get to go to the next round.